In this problem, we are being asked to graph an exponential function, and here we have 1/2 to the negative x. So we're taking something to a negative power. And this really shouldn't be any harder than any other exponential function you've graphed. Just remember to flip the fraction upside down because of that negative there. All right, let's create a table of values, plot those points, try to draw an asymptote, and then see if we can sketch an approximation of the graph. Our first value here is -2. They've given us these values that they want us to put in. So if I put in -2 for x, I get a -2. So that's a +2. So this is 1/2 squared. And you just raise the top and the bottom to the second power, you get 1/4. So 1/4 goes here. All right, let's look at -1. So if I put in a -1 for x, I get a -1. So that's just 1/2 to the first power, which is itself. Then, of course, we can put in 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. And then we'll put in 1. Now I've got a -1 for the power. So I flip the fraction upside down. I get 2 over 1, or just 2. And I put in a -2. Sorry, I put in a +2, and I get -2 up here. So I flip the fraction, 2 over 1, or just 2, and take it to the second power. That gives me 4. Okay, let's see if we can plot these points. So I'm getting -2 and 1/4, and -1 and 1/2, 0 and 1, 1 and 2, and 2 and 4. So what you can see is when we do this, we get maybe the other direction than we had expected with the negative power. And our asymptote is still on the x-axis, but it's sort of trailing off to the left instead of the right. So let's draw in that asymptote and then see if we can just sketch in the graph here. So along the x-axis here, starting to shoot up, and then it will continue to shoot up really fast. So that is how to graph an exponential function with a negative power of x.